girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So I'm really pleased to be able to bring you, this is the first Timex I've had on the channel for a while. It's one I'm still wearing actually, so that might give the game away slightly, but it's the Timex Milano. No points for guessing where it's made, but yeah, I wanted to get this in for a little while. It's been in my eBay and various other sort of shops that I shop at. It's been in my basket for a while. Didn't pull the trigger. It came up on a good price on eBay, so I brought it in. The model number for this is the TW2U. I do apologise, I'm just reading it. 15900. You'll also see it in the top right hand corner, because that's the model number. So there are a few different colour variations you've got. I've gone for the silver dial with a nice leather strap, and this watch seems to be a proper banger. It looks like a beautiful dress watch, and for not very much money, to be quite honest with you. It's sort of like the sort of prices you'd pay for the sort of old Seiko 5s. I know this one is an automatic, but given the prices going up, inflation and such, this could be a real banger. Is it going to be my favourite Timex to date? Because up until this point, it's definitely been the Timex Iron Man. I love that watch, great watch. But is this going to contend with it? Is it going to kick it off top spot in my mind? I guess there's no time like the present to find out. So guys and girls, thanks for tuning back in. And without further ado, let's get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys and girls, so this is the watch. As I said in the brief intro, it's the Timex Milano. Do bear with me with my voice. I've had a bit of a cold, so it's not as clear as I probably would like it to be right now, but I wanted to get this video done. The normal sort of packaging that I've had from Timex, outer sleeve in a box with Timex written on there, cardboard, and inside you've got a foam pillow with the watch on there. The watch is obviously the star of the show. The packaging is very primitive, but it's a very inexpensive watch, so you're not going to expect too much. The model number is also going to be on the hang tag, which you'll see here. So it's TW2U15900. That's the recommended retail price, €99, which is about £99 at the moment, given the conversion rate. The pound's not very strong, but this is the watch. This is the silver dial. They do a few different colour variations. This is the one I've had my eye on for a while, so I was really happy to get my hands on it and bring it in. Timex do some excellent watches. They're not all winners, but would this be worth your wait? Would this be worth your time and consideration? Let's have a quick look. Inside it's running a Quartz movement. I was really unable to find much about the Quartz movement, given the fact it was a press case back as well. I was having a bit of an issue trying to get it off. I didn't want to scratch the case back because I will be flipping this watch, so I'll bring up as much as I can and you'll see that now. But Quartz movement, yeah, so yeah, I'll bring some information up about it now if I could find anything, because at the point of recording I wasn't able to do so. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal, was 316L stainless steel, quite nicely finished actually. I was quite surprised about the brushing, transitions to the polishing, brushing, done very nicely. But 316L stainless steel, so that's the high polished bezel, case, crown, case back, and pin buckle clasp, which is also signed. The case thickness of this watch is 10.7 millimeters. The case diameter, when you measure from the shortest point without the crown, because obviously it's a cushion style case, was coming in at 38.7, and including the crown it was coming at 40.5, but the crown obviously isn't very big, as you can see. The lug width on this is 20, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is coming at 46.1 millimeters. Let me give that a quick wipe, but yeah, 46.1 millimeters. So good dimensions for a dress watch, and as you can see, it looks very, very sharp for what it is. The case back, as I've already mentioned, is pressed, and it is a high polished case back. I'll let you have a quick look at that now, just with some bits of writing on there as well. But as I said, pressed down. The bezel is a fixed bezel, and it is high polished also. Just give me a second. So yeah, high polished bezel on there also, which I don't mind the high polished bezel, to be honest. I think it adds a little bit of bling on the wrist and plays with the light nicely, as you can see now. The crown is situated at 3 o'clock, and it is signed with TX for Timex, and it is just a push-pull crown. But given it's not a dive watch, that's not really end of the world stuff. And the strap it comes on is a leather strap, and actually really, really nice quick release pins as well, which was a bit of a surprise. It's got writing embossed on the back of the strap, Timex genuine leather, and it feels really nice and supple. Was massively surprised at the strap as well, to be honest. Really, really nice. The pin buckle clasp, as I mentioned, is all brushed, and it's signed with Timex on there as well. And the crystal covering the dial is mineral crystal, so not a sapphire at this price point, but I think it's a bit unrealistic to expect that. And the water resistance is cited as being 50 meters, so that would give you 5 atmospheres of water resistance. But I wouldn't be getting this one wet. This would be really nice to wear in sort of smart casual conditions, so I wouldn't be getting this wet personally. But it gives you 50 meters or 5 atmospheres nonetheless. The weight will appear in the top right hand corner. It's about 56 grams on this leather strap, and given the dimensions, that's probably about bang on where it should be. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So you've got a minute track going around the outer edge. Inside that, you've got applied battens everywhere, slightly smaller at the 3 o'clock position to make way for the date border. As you can see, it's a quartz movement, and it's ticking away quite nicely. Now, I'll also bring the loom up very quickly, give you an idea of what the loom looks like. It was what it was. I'd rather they didn't put any loom on there at all, personally, given the fact it's a dress watch. I'd rather they didn't do any, because the loom isn't very good. So, but that's the loom anyway. Let me take the crown out, and we'll put it to sort of like a more suitable position so you can see the dial. I normally like to put it at about 20 past 8. That's the position that I normally go for, so just put it back in. As you can see, it will hack. So yeah, Timex printed onto the dial. That's not applied, just printed onto the dial just below the 12, and above the 6 you got water resistant, because 50 meters is just water resistance. Really, you don't want to be getting it submerged in water, because there's a chance that the water will get through to the watch and it'll be damaged. So you don't really want to be doing that. As I say, quartz movement. Take the crown out with a hack, put it back in, it will start back up again. If you take it to the first position, you can scroll through the date to whatever date you want to put it as, and then put the crown back in. It will be all good to go. But that's the dial. Nice Sunburst silver dial as well, which I think complements the case, the brushed and polished elements as well. I think it looks really nice. But let me pop it on the wrist quickly, guys, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist for your reference, and I'm wearing it. The strap is a bit longer than I would like, really, in terms of how many holes. So you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes going that way, 4 holes going that way. So, but it just feels a bit long, to be honest, the strap length. But yeah, really nice strap, and that's what it looks like on my wrist. Really, really nice looking watch, and one that is a bit of an affordable banger, I'm not going to lie. Nice piece. But let me just take it off quickly then, because then we can crack on with the things that I think are pants and Pukka with a watch. If you've ever watched before, you'll know that I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with Pukka. So what I think is pants is the second hand alignment. It kind of misses everything, really, which is a bit unfortunate. I would like to have seen a bit better alignment. I've had a Timex before and it was bang on, so I was kind of half expecting this one to be the same. So that was a bit of a disappointment, I'm not going to lie. The loom, yeah, the loom was regrettable, although it's not a dive watch. If they're going to put loom on, they should at least make the effort to make it a bit more hard wearing and something that will last a bit longer than this one would, because the loom on this is forgettable. And as I said, the strap length is just a bit too long, although it will fit wrists. But if you're sort of 6.5-inch wrist, it's going to be dangling down the end. Because yeah, I would rather the strap a little bit shorter. Probably trying to accommodate more wrist size in doing so. I feel like they've just made it a bit too long. But the strap itself is nice, but the strap length, I would like it to be a little shorter. So just to surmise, what I think is pants is I'll go with the second hand alignment, the loom, and the strap length. What I think is Pukka is the dial. Yeah, that silver Sunburst dial is very, very nice. The handed indices, although very basic, it looks quite simple. It's very sharp and high polished, which again is a nice contrast against the dial. The case shape, the cushion shape is really nice. I think it looks really cool, really classy. The leather strap, as I've already mentioned, I think the leather strap is really nice. Belies the price, really, given the fact that this watch is very inexpensive and the strap is very, very nice. The general look I hadn't seen much about the Timex Milano up until a while ago, and I wanted to get one in for some time to sort of bring it to your attention in case you were not aware of it either, because I think it's a great option. So the general look and price and the finishing is what I think is very good in terms of, or Pukka should we say, in terms of the brushing, transition into the polishing, back into brushing. I didn't expect that for such an affordable watch, so yeah, the finishing also. So just to surmise what I think is a Pukka, as I go with the dial, the hands and indices, case, shape, the leather strap, the general look, price and finishing are what I think is a Pukka. And would I recommend the watch? Yeah, wholeheartedly. I think nowadays with the prices of watches going up, I know it's only a quartz piece, but given the fact that it's a Timex, it's a reputable brand, the price of it, how it looks, I think this is a great option. Really nice dressy piece and would look fantastic under a shirt cuff. I think so. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the watch. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.